So, I've been trying to share this video that someone sent to me. I even static recorded it and waited all day for it to upload. And as soon as it was uploaded, YouTube says it's inappropriate. And so it was taken down. So, why are they taking down all of our videos about we can have live streams and do all sorts of things that are probably inappropriate, but no, this was a doctor speaking out about other scientists and doctors. She had been silenced for 5 years. They threatened her with a lot of time, a lot more time in jail, that they would find more evidence that didn't exist against her if she didn't shut her mouth. There was a 5-year gag order on her, and now that she's finally trying to get out there and share her story, she's having a hard time. So I don't know how else to share this. I tried to do a mirror the other day and play it here without dropping frames so you guys could see it smoothly. It just sucks because I'm not alone in this. There's me and a few of my friends have been trying to get this video shared. It's an interview with this guy interviews scientists and doctors about this COVID, and you know, it's I don't understand. It blows my mind the things that you about the truth, and they want to take it down. It was talking at the end of it. There were doctors that were speaking out and telling us that we're going about this the wrong way, or at least they think we are. You know, we're used to being outside and being around each other and getting exposed to viruses and bacterias all the time. It builds our immune system to be outside and around each other, breathing in stuff and touching things and exposing ourselves to these things, and us being cooped up for months at a time is weakening our immune systems. So when we do come back out, hi Happy Hippie, I'm on a little rant. I've been trying to share a video that keeps getting taken down by YouTube and Facebook. And it's basically a man interviewing scientists and doctors and he's seeking the truth. And everyone that I know that keeps trying to share this video, it keeps getting taken down. It's called Plandemic the movie, I think is what it was called. Really horrible at remembering names and titles, but it was a really good video. It's about 25 minutes long. this guy's interviewing this doctor who has been silenced. There was a gag order on her for 5 years. She wasn't allowed to talk about anything that she had learned or knew. And now that she's able to speak on it, people have been interviewing her and been trying to get videos of interviews of her out. And in a lot of ways, not only is she being silenced, but anyone trying to share her videos or interviews have been silenced as well. I've tried that. A couple videos back, a couple days ago. Hi, Miss Wanda. Chat enforcement. I did try to play it on one of my devices and live stream it, and I don't have a smooth enough stream. Dr. Mikovich, I think is her name. She wrote a book. Maybe it's not the same video. If you have that video, would you please chat and... wait, who is it that's got it? Ray Finkel. If I make you a mod, would you please share the link to that video that you have? Because a lot of people still have yet to see that video, and I think it's important to get it out there. What's up, Gray Dude? So what do you guys think of these murder hornets? Let's see, I have it on Facebook. I can see it, but I can't share it with anyone else because I don't have my equipment. I don't have the service that most people do. If I had Wi-Fi or something, I could probably do it. I'll make you a mod and give you a chance to share that link if you can. Yeah, it's a really good video. I started and my stream was so bad that I gave up on it because it's such a good message that I don't want to deter anyone from watching it. I hope it's the same video. The interviewer's first name is Mickey. I remember that. Basically, what they're telling us is that we're going about this the wrong way. If we're going to beat a virus, then we have to build our immunity. And separating everyone and telling everyone to over-clean and over-wash their hands and breathe their own breath and all of these things, the way that we've been treating it is going to welcome other problems. Happy hippie is probably me. I've changed the settings and a million times, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Ever since I got this new piece of shit phone, I've had a problem. It's probably also the fact that I'm in Arkansas, because I have full signal. Send the link. If you could put the link up here. That'd be great. Would love to see the link up here. That way people could go straight to it. Struggling to remove new pandemic conspiracy videos. Well, people can call them whatever they want to call them, but people are just sharing their truths. What they've experienced, what they've learned, what they've discovered. And I don't feel like that lady has anything to gain from anything that she's saying. So, after keeping everybody cooped up and away from each other, and our immune systems are slowly going down because we're not exposing ourselves to the things we're normally exposing ourselves to. So after all of that, extra being careful and all that, they're now going to open everything up, send everybody back out into the public, into the world, and people with weak immune systems are going to pick up every little cold germ, bacteria, virus that there's out there. I think it's going to be, the worst is yet to come. That's how I feel. And it's because of the way they handled things initially. So, basically, and it's not just this video. I've noticed there's other videos. Anytime whether it be a conspiracy or whether it's something you agree with or not, if it's anything that goes against what our government wants us to believe right now, it is being taken down immediately. And I don't understand why people can be on a live stream and have their titty fall out, smoke pot and talk about fucking and all kinds of stuff. But when it comes to talking about, what the scientists are doing, what the government's doing, and who's funding what, and when people start talking about that and sharing that information, boy, it gets down quick. They take it away quickly, Leave it to Beaver. Hi, how's it going? I have seen you before in other places. So, I did get a chance before they completely took it down. I got a chance to get it out to a few of my friends. I've been waiting for it to... I static recorded it. So I've been waiting for it to finish uploading to my Google Photos and my backup. It looks like it looks like it just got there. You guys might be in luck. You want to watch it? After this live stream, they're going to probably... I'm probably going to get in trouble for this, but... I really want you guys to see the video. 8's my life path number. There happens to be 8 people in here. It must be meant to be. So... it's probably not going to be the best of quality. I'm going to let you know right now.
Dr. Judy Michael Mikovits has been called one of the most accomplished scientists of her generation. Her 1991 doctoral thesis revolutionized the treatment of HIV/AIDS. At the height of her career, Dr. Mikovits published a blockbuster article in the journal Science. The controversial article sent shockwaves through the scientific community as it revealed that the common use of animal and human fetal tissues were unleashing devastating plagues of chronic diseases. For exposing their deadly secrets, the minions of Big Pharma waged war on Dr. Mikovits, destroying her good name, career, and personal life. Now, as the fate of nations hang in the balance, Dr. Mikovits is naming names of those behind the plague of corruption that places all human life in danger.
Thank you.
So you made a discovery that conflicted with the agreed-upon narrative.
Correct.
And for that, they did everything in their powers to destroy your life.
Correct.
You were arrested,
Correct.
and then you were put under a gag order.
For 5 years, if I went on social media, if I said anything at all, they would find new evidence and put me back in jail. And it was one of the few times I cried, and it was because I knew there was no evidence the first time. And when you can unleash that kind of force to force someone into bankruptcy with a perfect credit score, and so that I couldn't bring my 97 witnesses, which included the heads, Tony Fauci, Ian Lipkin, the heads of the public health and HHS, who would have had to testify that we did absolutely nothing wrong.
And so what did they charge you with?
Nothing.
But you were in jail.
I was held in jail with no charges. I was called a fugitive from justice. No warrant. Literally drug me out of the house. Our neighbors are looking at what's going on here. They searched my house without a warrant. They literally terrorized my husband for 5 days. They said, if you don't find the notebooks, if you don't find the material, which was not in my possession but planted in my house.
As if you took intellectual property from the laboratory. Is
Yes,
that correct?
it was intended to appear as if I took confidential material, names, and intellectual property from the laboratory. And I could prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that I didn't. Heads of our entire HHS colluded and destroyed my reputation and the Department of Justice. And
I just want to thank you guys right now for your interest. I mean, it's really important for me to get this info out to those who haven't seen it, and I really appreciate the ones who are sitting here watching.
FBI sat on it and kept that case under seal, which means you can't say there's a case, or your lawyers are held in contempt of court, so you can't even get a lawyer to defend you. So every single due process right was taken away from me, and to this day remains the same. I have no constitutional freedoms or rights.
Yet you sit here. I think a lot of people would probably have just taken the retirement out early, laid low, but you have decided to come forth when your gag order has been released to write a book called Plague of Corruption, Restoring Faith in the Promise of Science. And you are naming names.
Absolutely.
Apparently their attempt to silence you has failed. And I have to ask, how do you sit here with confidence to call out these great forces and not fear for your life as you leave this building?
Because if we don't stop this now, we can not only forget our republic and our freedom, but we can forget humanity because we'll be killed by this agenda.
So Anthony Fauci.
My name is Dr. Tony Fauci. I'm the director.
The man who is heading the pandemic task force was involved in a cover-up.
He directed the cover-up. And in fact, everybody else was paid off. And paid off big time. Millions of dollars in funding from Tony Fauci, Tony Fauci's organization, National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease. These investigators that committed the fraud continue to this day to be paid big time by the NIAID.
And the whole world is listening to his advice for how to handle this current pandemic. How do we know that what he's saying is what we need to be learning?
Does anybody know who the NIAID is? I have yet to research that one.
What he's saying is absolutely
a delay in
progression significantly greater than for individuals who do not take the drug.
It started really when I was 25 years old. I was part of the team that isolated HIV from the saliva and blood of the patients from France, where Luc Montagnier had originally isolated the virus. This was a confirmatory study, but Tony Fauci and Robert Gallo were working together then to spin the story in a different way. At that time, Dr. Rossetti was out of town, and Tony Fauci says, we understand that you have a paper in press, and we want a copy of it. And I said, yes, there's a paper in press, and it's confidential, and no,
Thanks,
I will
Mitch.
not give you a copy of it. He started screaming at me. Then he said, give us the paper right now, or you'll be fired for insubordination. And I just said, I'm sure when Dr. Rossetti gets back, you can have the conversation. And so Frank comes back, several weeks later, and is really bullied into giving Fauci the paper. Fauci holds up the publication of the paper for several months, while Robert Gallo writes his own paper and takes all the credit, and of course patents are involved. This delay of the confirmation, literally led to spreading the virus around, killing millions. Perhaps no one expressed the anguish of AIDS better than New York writer Larry Kramer. But he was even more angry at the federal government and the pharmaceutical industry. One person who felt Kramer's fury was NIH Dr. Anthony Fauci. It's still been crushing to me to
Sorry about that.
and 82, when the virus was isolated. The virus didn't have to wait until 84 to be confirmed. Think of how many people the entire continent of Africa, lost.
Thanks for looking that up for me, guys.
A generation as that virus was spread through because of the arrogance of a group of people, and it includes Robert Redfield, who's now the head of the CDC. Right along with Tony Fauci, they were working together to take credit and make money, and they had the patents on it and tailored them to IL-2 therapy, which was absolutely the wrong therapy.
For health, own a patent in the
YouTube's trying to fuck me up already. My streams it says I have a poor connection. Shitty stream right now. They do not want this video out. So like they're in the truth. I don't know what to do to fix that, because about political. I don't know what to think, but
Universities obtain 16 times as many patents today as they did. Now, the situation has gotten so bad that one information technology industry official has publicly referred to universities as, quote, crack addicts, unquote, driven by, quote, small-minded tech transfer offices addicted to patent royalties
that the taxpayer paid for. Ever since that happened in the early 80s, it destroyed science, and this allowed
and like one in the background watching, and where the doctor.
Viruses. We develop an immune response daily to this stuff. When you take that away from me, my immune system drops. As I shelter in place, my immune system drops. You keep me there for worried about things that are indeed what I need to survive.
I think if you are those things, you should either set shelter in place or wear a mask and gloves. I don't think everybody needs to wear a mask and gloves because it reduces your
I
bacteria
think so,
flora.
Happy Hippie.
It doesn't allow you to interact with society, and your bacteria flora and your viruses, your friends that protect you from others.
And then we all of your immune system is virus and bacteria. End of story.
Wearing the mask literally activates your own virus. You're getting sick from your own reactivated coronavirus expressions, and if it happens to
And the Happy Hippie, it's kind of a the thumbnail that I put on for tonight is it's kind of a dark humor I have, because I know that before I started activism, I had a very, very small handful of ton of subscribers came from someone else. And not because they were interested in my content. Some subscribers, and I'm not surprised about that. I'm just surprised that I haven't lost more than I have. Because honestly, I didn't think that many people enjoyed my boring ass videos. But my singing bowl, and said that it was the thing. I don't know if people are just I don't find myself that interesting. We'll put it that way. Well, thank you, Happy Hippie. I do try on the tie-dye whenever I do try. Hell yeah, chat enforcement. Are you going to be doing videos? So, I don't know how to make my stream any better. I was hoping that if I stop playing the video for a little bit, that whoever's trying to fuck with me right now would leave me alone and let me finish. But apparently they're not going to. So, thanks, Happy Hippie. I appreciate you coming. I'm sorry, my stream sucks. Oh, and you guys are staring at my ugly foot while I'm staring at the chat. I'm sorry about that. So anyway, I am being silenced by how many of you think it's bull? Go to their channel or Hell yeah, solar panels are great. That really helps give you a step up with the independency there. So I just heard also that they are ripping people out of their homes in California. It's coming from a very valued, trusted source that they are taking people right out of their homes in California and throwing them in FEMA camps. I also have another friend who's traveling right now and sent me pictures of FEMA camps that were set up at the Oklahoma, I can't remember what town it was, but it was in Oklahoma at a Walmart. They had a bunch of FEMA trailers set up there. Okay, so I live in a really tiny town. She said if you're going to Walmart, I don't want to wear a mask at all. I'm rebelling against this mask shit. And I go to Walmart. I got the thing around my ears, right, and around my chin. I don't really have it over my face. No one says anything whenever I go in. I do my shopping. And whenever I go to check out, the girl that's checking me out, she's got a mask on, and she says, yeah, these things were mandatory for about 3 hours today for the customers as well. That's the thing at the Walmart here in this small town. So, I don't know. I plan on going to the next city council meeting and asking the mayor his viewpoint on this whole thing. Yeah, no one's really following it around here either. I did call and talk to the sheriff and the mayor, and they said that while they'll enforce the big gathering thing, like they don't want people in huge groups, but ain't nobody coming out to answer. Well, actually, the sheriff of the town, the next town over, said that they weren't going to enforce if they got phone calls of people gathering or in the park or whatever like that. They're not going to go and tell people they can't do that stuff. They're not enforcing that kind of shit. They're not. No one's going to be going to jail for opening their business if they want to. In fact, Eureka Springs is already opening up. They announced that they're allowing travelers from out of state to come and stay at the motels now, which means they will be opening up businesses and stuff downtown. So if if you're a hippie and you like hippie stuff, or you're a biker and you like biker stuff, Eureka Springs, Arkansas is opening up, and there's all kinds of awesome stuff to check out there. I don't see a ton of people I don't see a ton of people wearing a bunch of masks around here. We do have some people wearing masks, but for the most part, most people don't. And anytime I wear a mask, I get strange looks like, what the hell is she doing, you know? Like, and I put it on for shits and giggles one day to walk around town to do a live stream, and man, I tell you what, it's hard to breathe in those things. And I don't like the idea of sitting there breathing my own, back into me. We breathe out to get rid of, we breathe out toxins and stress and stuff like that. Who wants to continue breathing that back in? I know, there's still a bunch of people making masks. I I thought it was cute at first, you know, it's kind of a trendy thing or whatever. People can have something that matches their personality on their face and, you know, kind of like wearing jewelry or something, but I am I want to know why. Dr. Judy. Okay. Can you share a link? I know she's got other videos. And I know that this guy
Sand, you've got healing microbes in the ocean, in the salt water. That's insanity.
Our bodies. There was a time when they actually had to fight their
Thank
own
you.
battles. But they've
to that
job
link.
at manipulating the masses, that it's other people shutting down other citizens, and the big tech platforms follow suit and they shut everything down. There is no dissenting voices allowed anymore in this free country, which is
You just nailed it. And you know, I had a great stream here a second ago whenever I wasn't saying anything about this other video. I had a smooth stream. It's fucked up. And start fucking playing it and my stream goes to shit again. Go check out that video. I appreciate I'm gonna stick around for a little while.
something I never thought I would live to see.
Nor would I accept what I've experienced since 2011. It's beyond comprehension how a society can be so fooled that the types of propaganda continue to where they're just driving us to hate each other.
We want to go to work.
Yes.
Get this disease. I think the medical professional know what they're
They've
talking
been
about.
wrong so far, man. They've been wrong.
Hopefully, this is the wake-up call of all America to realize this makes no sense and we win because it will take down the whole program with information like this. And for me, it's the great news that the doctors are waking up and saying, wait a minute.
You doctors that are watching this, and I see a lot of you right here, why are you not getting loud? I'm here to defend you. I'm here to defend my freedoms. I'm here to
The
defend my
link's working,
family's
Wanda?
freedoms, my patients' rights to choose what to do with their life. I'm just blown away. And I'm blown away why there are not more doctors like me talking about this all over the place. We should be banding together right now.
They're listening to people who for more than 40 years have controlled who gets funded, what gets published. And I'm sorry to say many people
Awesome.
aren't true.
What do you say to the medical professionals that are just
Okay. I feel relieved. Thank you. I appreciate you sharing the link. I'm glad that it works. I'm glad that more people will be able to get to see that. Even if you have a different opinion, it's always good to be non-biased, to absorb all information and take from it what, you know, from your own experience and from your own beliefs and feelings and observations to make your own, to have your own conclusions instead of listening to what, you know, what your neighbor thinks or or how your dad feels about it, or instead of just adopting their idea and their feelings about it, listen to what everyone has to say and draw your own conclusions. Let's meet that force and let's overcome it. Let's I don't know, what do we need to do? Figure out another social media platform that allows for whatever? I mean, how do we do that? They were trying to do that, and I still have yet to hear of an success story. So, apparently, like the man said, that they've been trying to silence this woman, and they're failing horribly. And that's probably because there's wonderful people out there who will continue to share her story, even as they try to shut her up. I feel very relieved now that that video will be able to be watched by more people. So I'm going to keep this live stream going for a while so people can go back through the chat and get that link. Yeah, she over. So for them to continue taking her video down. And it's not her video, actually. It's his video, because he's the interviewer, and he's the one that, he put it on his Facebook. But there's other things that he's been trying to share as well that's been taken down. And her videos, she's not alone. There's a lot of people that they try to shut up. I'm interested in reading her book. And you know what, Wanda? A lot of people don't want the truth. A lot of people can't handle the truth. They want it, they can't handle it. I mean, it's just one of those things. Yay, now I can delete it. Well, you must be special, Mr. Ray, because nobody is of my friends. We've been having a hard time keeping it up. It took 3 hours for it to upload, and as soon as it was uploaded, they said it was inappropriate content. Which, how would I argue that with YouTube? Right. I agree with that. It is hard. You don't know who to believe, and her story's likable. There's a lot of likable stories out there. Anyway, it doesn't matter if you believe her or not. The fact is, she had a story to share, and they were trying really, really hard to not let that story out. And well, I wish I was a nobody, so that my stuff would not get taken down. My stuff didn't get taken down before I had a bunch of subscribers, but sometimes being small is a blessing. But yeah, as soon as I put this, I don't know if you can see that or not. Oh, why it's so blurry. Silence. Inappropriate content. The video is taken down to inappropriate content in this video. And it is the video that I was showing you guys. Yeah, her story does sound very real. I actually got the video to stick in one of my Facebook groups. Actually, on my business page. Wow. It stayed up so far. It probably won't last through the night. I've already had one person say, "Would you please take this propaganda down?" It's all propaganda, isn't it? Well, I've had music playing in my videos and all that stuff and never had a problem until recently. I wasn't on anyone's focus that I know of until I spent some time in Rockwall. And then a Fort Worth cop recognized me, and I didn't do a bunch of stuff in Fort Worth, so I didn't understand that one. Called me by the Observer. Yeah. We were staying with someone, and I didn't set foot outside that place to take my dog for a walk before that incident, and popped around a corner, and there was a cop, and he rolled down his window and looked down and ducked down so he could see me, make eye contact, and he says, "Hi, the Observer." Or not the Observer, but he said, "Hi, Observer," and I was like, I looked at him all funny, like, what the fuck, and then kept walking, because I didn't want to engage. I was on the phone with my mom at the time. It was kind of scary, because, like, I shouldn't be fucking known. I'm nobody, I'm a nobody. And the way I see it, the less, I know that we need the 1,000 subs or whatever to have, I don't know, whatever rewards you get for that now, but, we don't have to have it to go live, apparently, because we have Streamlabs and other ways of uploading videos to YouTube. So, I'm sorry, I got distracted by what you said. The doctor at the end of the video telling you to drink tonic water and zinc. I posted, there was another video that was on a rant, 2 days ago, and another one yesterday, and I was sharing their rants, and my phone just shut off in the middle of it. And it was no dead battery, nothing like that, no reason for my phone to shut off in the middle of it. So I have a feeling my phone's been hacked, and I've only given my phone number out to a very small handful of people, so it's only a matter of time before I find out which one. I am a hillbilly. You just now figuring this one out? I mean, I'm from the hills. I'm a hillbilly. I am proud to be an Arkansan right now. We probably have more freedom in our state than most of the country does right now. I couldn't have made a better choice than to come home. Because any other place I was going to get drug, I was going to be unhappy. I was going to have no freedom, and I was going to be unhappy. So I'm glad to come home, because here we likes our freedoms, and our cops have made it clear that they're not going to go out there and fucking take people to jail for spending time with their family at the park, or going fishing, or having a birthday party, or trying to work to feed their family. They've made it clear that they're not going to do that shit. They don't stand for that. That's not what they're here for. Our police officers around here like to take care of the elderly, and they answer a lot of domestic violence calls. Well, the entire state of Arkansas feels more home to me than most of the places I've been. And I used to feel at home in Colorado. But the more I see, the less I want to ever go back there. Oh, so the internet was made for women to blabber. In real life, no one listens to them. So are you saying that you're listening because this isn't real life? Yep, Wanda. There's a few of those, aren't there? Uh, Negdo's okay. I like to keep some trolls sometimes. There are worse ones. Ones that actually know your weaknesses. Who, me? I wouldn't call us friends. I've met them. I was arrested with PayPal Patty, as you call them. And I did spend some time with Extra Good. Friends, I mean, I don't have their phone numbers. Like, we don't call each other and, hey buddy, how was your day? Do any cop watching? You know, it ain't like that. We may be connected via Facebook. And actually, I don't even know if me and Patrick are connected via Facebook. I have no contact. I haven't had any contact with Patrick in a while. I'm actually curious what's going on with his Rockwall case. I haven't been over to his channel or anything like that. I haven't been to a lot of people's channels. So I have no idea what they're doing in their lives. You got that from News Now Houston, huh? Let's see, when was the last time I talked to him? I think he popped up on my live stream one day. I think that was the last time I talked to him. I used to have all these people's phone numbers. Well, that's sad. A lot of people are having their channels taken down. Too much truth. People can't handle it. And that really sucks. That really sucks that they took his shit down. You gotta throw in some boring ass tie-dye videos in there, and some happy puppy videos, and you know, you gotta have some kind of balance on your channel. You can't just do all a bunch of hate shit. You know, I forgot what I was gonna say. Must not have been important. You thought Patrick was going to cry when? I was, if we're talking about the chalk arrest, man, I was baffled. I mean, I couldn't understand what was happening. I was arrested for playing with chalk. I mean, I get it. I was doing a bratty thing, but I wasn't hurting anybody. Patrick got over 5,000 subs in less than a week. Aww. Well, good for him. I never even made it to 1,000. And there at the end, right when I almost made it to 1,000, the last, I think, 50 people got on my channel just for the drama, with the Otto and me breakup drama. Oh, when he had his channel taken down. Wait, who had their channel? Are you talking about Patrick? Had his channel taken down? I thought you said, I'm getting confused. I thought you were saying News Now Houston got his channel taken down. I know for a little while everyone was getting arrested back to back. All the activists were getting arrested. If you were out there doing something, you were getting arrested. They couldn't take us down by getting us sick. They could take down our channels. That's why TrueTube was made, so we wouldn't have this problem anymore. But I haven't heard much news on that either. Back when I was in the loop, things were progressing quickly, but now it seems like everything's falling apart, and you know, well, everything's been falling apart from the start. Nothing's ever been well planned or thought out. Right on. You saw a bug behind me? Yeah, probably. We got gallynappers and mosquitoes, and there's, I think, gnats and flies, and I mean, it's Arkansas, buddy. I'm just grateful that the ants and cockroaches haven't come yet. Gotta have food in your house for those, I think. Otto's in jail and gets out Monday. What video was that? I don't even have a court date for Rockwall. I keep calling, asking when's my new court date. They're thinking probably end of July. Oh, Extra Good shared that last night. Is Extra Good trying to get him out? You want this one? You want my Starflower? Hey, Caterpillar! I didn't see any videos about Otto. But I mean, I went to bed at like, I went to bed early and I slept late. I've been doing that a lot as part of my healing. This baby right here, this one's gonna be 35 bucks. Can you see the little guy? And God, my camera sucks so bad. But there's a little dude, like right here, like a cool little dude, and it's like kind of like a little animal, and he's got like a bunny on his head. Are you sure, Ray? Are you sure this isn't like an old video? I mean, he's been posting videos, I think. Because people keep telling me, oh, he's got a new one up. I don't care. I'm not subscribed, so I don't fucking know what's going on with a lot of those people. That's okay. I don't really care to know or talk about it. So, this tie-dye, Miss Wanda, $35 plus shipping. Shipping has gone up, and I was not aware of that until I went to ship the other day. And so it's like $7.25 for shipping. Okay. Can we not talk about this? Let's talk about tie-dye. Well, let's talk about COVID, and let's talk about... It rained a little bit today. Did it rain where you are? I'm in Northwest Arkansas, and it rained a little bit here today, and it got cold. There's supposedly another big snowstorm heading for the Northeast. So 35 plus 725 for this tapestry behind me. It just sucks that you can't see it how I see it until you get it. I wonder if I can shine some light on it, if that will help. So Miss Wanda has claimed this starflower and see that little guy in the center? And he's like wearing a bunny rabbit hat. But yeah, this one's got so many faces and just really cool stuff to look at. I wish I had a black light. I'd show you guys what these things look like under the black light. And you see, Caterpillar, that is exactly why I am happy to be where I am. Because I don't have that worry here. I don't have to worry about a stay-at-home order. Our state's not gonna go for that shit. Our governor's already said that they're not gonna go for it because it violates our constitutional rights. Our sheriffs have said they're not gonna go for it. It violates our constitutional rights. Maybe even though Arkansas is a bit behind on some things, maybe that's a blessing. We haven't caught up to the other assholes with all the rules yet. We like our freedom a bit much here. But yeah, I'm super grateful that I'm not stuck in Denver right now. Yeah. Whoa. That's ridiculous, man. Hey, Caterpillar, got a message from a friend today who's in California that they have been literally ripping people out of their homes and putting them in FEMA camps. And then another message a few days ago, a friend of mine who's traveling through Oklahoma took pictures of FEMA camps set up at Walmarts in Oklahoma. They can only lock people up for so long. I mean, you know. Then cabin fever happens. I gotta lay down before my bed falls apart. I literally have my mattress on top of my stuff. Like, most of my belongings support my bed. I'm gonna go get a board for it. That way I have a solid something under my mattress. I'm grateful to have a bed and a roof. I've been homeless for the majority of my life. This is one of the first opportunities I've had to just fucking kick back, chill, heal, work on my art. I do not like being stuck inside, but I'm not really stuck inside. No one's told me I have to stay inside. I can take a walk anytime I want. Other people are doing it. So they tried to tell people here the other day that that was yesterday. They had a mandatory mask wearing at Walmart for 3 hours. It didn't last. Channel 7 was saying, get chalk and express hope and happiness to your neighbors on sidewalk. Chalk it up. My neighbors do. Actually, catty-cornered from me, there's these teenage girls that do some beautiful chalk art on the street here in front of the houses. And no one's unhappy about it. And they draw, like, this isn't a legal state. I mean, we're a medical state, but we're not, recreational. And they're drawing pot leaves and mushrooms and rainbows, and these are teenagers, like, and the cops here are great. Like, they just drive by it and wave, they don't give a fuck. Oh, speaking of chalk, I may have spoiled myself a little bit and splurged. Look what I got. A brand new box. I can't wait. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet, but it's coming. My precious. Did I hear about the security guard at the Family Dollar? Oh, wow. Nope. I did not hear about that one. That's fucked up. I did hear about the woman who got arrested for trying to take her kids to the park. Yeah, I can't wait to use this shit. And this looks really cool behind me. I hope you enjoyed as much as I have, Miss Wanda. Hopefully I'll have another cool one come out like it. Almost looks like a penis or a middle finger. It looks like a middle finger, guys, don't it? Looks like a middle finger. Wow. So he shot the security guard because they wouldn't let him in without a mask? I would just shop somewhere else. People get so angry for nothing. So, I gotta think. Because there's nothing to really protest here right now. So, I want to do positive things with this. Just not sure where to go and what to do with it. If I go to Eureka Springs with this, that's a place where not only would I not get in trouble, but the cops would join in. Oh, I agree with you, Caterpillar. It is going to get much crazier. I do not believe that the end is near. I believe that it has only just begun. The shitstorm has only just begun. While we're just sitting here, see, it looks like a middle finger, don't it? Kinda. Yeah, I'm in Arkansas. The tyranny starts in Little Rock, and that's a 4.5 hour drive away from me. I don't have a car. Just showing off my room. You can't tell that I like rainbows or anything, can you? Or monkeys. I don't even have all my monkeys out. I got nowhere to put them. I hear that rat. I hear you, rat. There's a mouse in my room. And I hear him every now and then. And I have mouse traps out. And he's a smart little bastard. You have a friend from Malvern? I had friends that were in Malvern. But they closed down the Hand Up Hut. Too many tweakers. That is the downside to Arkansas. There are a lot of tweakers, but they're becoming less and less as they die off, and it's the older generation, and the younger generation's more into like pills and psychedelics. So, the tweaker age is starting to die down, and I don't personally know any tweakers right now because I don't associate with them, but I could definitely go out in public and spot them out. I mean, I could point them out to you. I just don't hang with any of them. I hang with the potheads. The people who go to work every day and have kids and come home and just want to smoke and go to bed. That's my type of people. I mean, why pay rent on a place and not be in it anyway? I can't help it. I had to do it. It's staring at me. It's a middle finger. It also almost looks like someone sitting there meditating. Aw, thanks for hitting the like button. And thanks for coming by. Appreciate you. Oh, you see it too now, Wanda? The fucked up part is it's really not as dark as it looks on the screen. It's like red and orange, and this is making it look like really dark with a bright outline to it. But that part really just right now it looks like a middle finger. I don't know any country singers, but that's sad. Did he die of COVID? Hope to see you again soon, Ray. Hmm. You know, I didn't even think that there was an actual virus going around at first. I was like, yeah, whatever, it's all fake. Um, and then it just dawned on me that there's always bacteria, viruses going around. Always, always. And as as cities open back up and people are going back into the public and hanging out with each other again, they're going to be exposing themselves and everyone else to a whole bunch of germs that they haven't been around, you know? So I have a feeling that there's going to be a lot more sick people soon due to their immune systems being down. And no, that was not my first time in Colorado. I had been through there several times with my husband because he's a glass blower and I do tie-dye and I did jewelry and macrame and crochet for forever, and so we came through Colorado several times and stopped at lots of head shops and sold a bunch of our art, and my husband collabed with other tie-dye or other glass blowers, other glass artists, and he did some live glass blowing in some head shops, and yep, we traveled all over we traveled all over before we started our business, but then after we started our business we went on the road with our business. We had 2 vans, and one van was the glass blowing studio and the other one we lived in, and I did tie-dyes. If we stopped at someone's house for a little while or whatever, I would set up my tie-dye there. But it was during the winter, so it was hard to get my tie-dyes to react because it's too cold. So mostly what I did was crochet during the winter, and he kept blowing glass because it would keep us warm and he was the breadwinner. So we traveled through Arkansas, Missouri, Kansas, Colorado, back down to Oklahoma, New Mexico. Then we went through Arizona and California. Arizona, Nevada, California. All of those. And all along the way, we were selling all kinds of art, and I think we were dependent upon my bank at the time, and I think my bank card was expired, my debit card, and I bank with a small bank, so I have to go to that bank to get a new debit card. And they charge me $10 every time. So, needless to say, I haven't got a new one since we split because he had my card in his wallet in auto. I know I just jumped from one story to the next. Anyway, so my debit card expired when me and Jacob, my husband, were in California, and we had to race back to Arkansas to fix it. Yes, with the sovereign citizen, we'd got a call for a stringer. There was it was a big cop watch. I mean, it was like big news crews there and stuff like that. Someone got killed. There was someone laying on the ground, dead, bleeding when we got there. But we were so far from it, like we couldn't see anything. Just a bunch of cops. I might seem strong, but I'm not really. I've been through a lot, but I got no choice but to just keep going. I think if I were a strong woman, I wouldn't have put myself in a position where I was completely dependent upon someone else. And I did learn a lot of lessons. Anyway, back to the traveling thing. So my card expired and we had to race back to Arkansas. And traveling is always hard on a relationship. Even a marriage that's, held up together for 6-7 years, it's still hard. And most of my marriage we traveled. And the last little bit of traveling we did was, we had enough of each other. And he wanted to stay focused on glassblowing, and that was fine. And I wanted to go back to work, and I went back to work, and we got along for a little while longer. And then he started being mean to me, and there were massive amounts of money disappearing from the bank account. And I questioned him about it, and was reprimanded for questioning him. And decided that his habits were too much for me. And I grabbed what I could. I had 3 dogs at the time. He had 1. And I could only grab one of my dogs. He actually called the cops because I told him that that he was being unstable, and I was going to take all the dogs with me. And he didn't like that idea. So he called the cops. And when they showed up, he had slammed the door really hard and everything fell off of it. So the cops were on the other side of the privacy fence, and they just pulled up, and they didn't know what was going on. They heard this big bang and a bunch of shit fall, and so they came guns drawn on him, and he's the one that called the cops. And they came guns drawn. They actually drew the guns on both of us, but they shifted their focus on him because his behavior was erratic. And I was just sitting there like, whoa, I'm just trying to get my shit and go. That's it. I'm just trying to get my shit and go. And they're like, well, get your shit and go. And I'm like, okay. I grabbed what I could, my backpack, my pillow, my blanket. I shoved a couple things in my mom's car, grabbed one of my dogs, and took off. And I let them deal with him. I didn't even wait to see the end of it. And that was October 5th, 2018. So we've been separated for quite a while. I'm actually surprised he hasn't divorced me yet. He has plenty of money, you know. I'm really surprised. Hi, Gemini. How's it going? Yeah, I'm glad I got away from him too. So I have the reason why I'm staying solo. Not that I haven't had to tell many, no. I'm staying solo for a reason, not only to heal my childhood trauma, but to also heal from the recent emotional abuse. The 10 years of being with my husband also, there was a lot of emotional abuse in there. But I've already been to counseling for that. That just, because of PTSD, the recent triggers brings all that back up. Yep, still married. As far as I know, I called him back in February, I think. Or I didn't call him because I have a protection order against him. So I'm not going to break that protection. But my mother tried to call him to find out, and he wouldn't answer. But I called the county clerks here where we got married and the county clerks where he lives, and they said nothing's been filed with them. I tried going through legal aid to get I tried going through legal aid to get my divorce, and they told me that they wouldn't touch it because there was property to divide, and Caterpillar, I was so distraught. There was these people that were helping me, and I was so distraught and like in panic survival mode at that time, that I actually let some people that I briefly known on Facebook take Nova momentarily while I was trying to figure out what I was going to do. And she ran off looking for me, and I almost lost her. So it was a wake-up call for me, because I've had this dog for 3 years now, since the day she was born, and she's the most consistent thing in my life, ever. And I don't know, I mean, I did spend some time away from her when I first went down to Texas. I left her with my mom, and that was the hardest 2 months. Yeah, I almost lost my baby. And I was, like, I've lost a lot already in my life. I can't lose my best friend. This dog has been with me through so much shit. Last year, the beginning of last year, I hitchhiked from Arkansas to Payson, Arizona to go to a gathering. And my dog was with me the whole time, there and back. I hitchhiked there and back. And the journey there was only 3 or 4 days. The journey back was almost 3 weeks. And it was in the months of February and March when we were having snowstorm after snowstorm all along Interstate 40. And Nova had a black nose before that winter. Her little nose, because it was the only thing exposed, Because she rode inside my bibs. I had Carhartt bibs on, and she rode inside of them. And she had a black nose before she got frostbit, because her little nose was sticking out so she could breathe. I had frostbite on my face and my hands, and I honestly, I can't believe I'm not scarred up from it. Very blessed. Yes, I had Nova when Otto and I met. She actually had her first litter of puppies in his camper trailer that him and the kids were in. We were staying with Laluz. Hi, Denise. Yeah, my baby's with me. I got her back. It wasn't easy. I got lucky. I got her back. But yeah, I know I've had her for a long time. Yep. And you know, I think one of the hardest parts about breakups is whenever your dog likes the other person too. And she kept looking for him for a few days, and then she caught on. She's happy now. She's playing and back to her normal self. Yeah, we can all make assumptions. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not the perfect person. I got a lot of problems. I got a lot of issues. Maybe not as many as some. And maybe I've been dealing with mine for long enough that I've come up with some coping skills for them. Thanks, Wanda. I haven't seen it yet, but I'll probably see it soon. PayPal's been kind of scary the last couple of days. It takes a little longer than usual. Thank you, Miss Denise. 13 years? Wow. I hope my baby lives that long. She's already been through... Oh, wait. My dog... I mean, we must be like twin flames or something, because my dog's been through hell too. Her first year of life was like... Okay, so... At 3 weeks old, she had her first surgery. She was born with an umbilical hernia. And so her guts were kind of falling out of her, like where your belly button is supposed to be. Her guts was kind of falling out. So they had to open her up, shove them back in, sew her back up. And that's when she was 3 weeks old. Go down the road, 7 months old. Even though she had her shots, she got parvo. And she was on the brink of death. And I was able to bring her back. I stayed up with her for almost 2 weeks. And I don't know how well you guys know me, but I do not function well without sleep. But I was up for nearly 2 weeks. I may have had, an hour or two a day. I had to hydrate her every 15 minutes. And she was so... if I'd have left her at the vet, they wanted me to leave her there. And then they were going to hydrate her every 6 hours. She'd have died. She was already to the point of, if she didn't get constant hydration, she was going to die. So I brought her home and I treated her, and she made it. So she survived a surgery and parvo. Then, a little over a year, and she gets attacked by a black lab, whose head is the size of my entire dog. Poor baby. And it wasn't just like a little, like a little bite on the ear. This dog rolled her, stomped her, and then bit her before I could get to them. And she had crushed my dog's insides. Like, she was black and blue. I got pictures. She was black and blue. She's a white dog with a white belly, a pink belly. And she was black and blue. Her entire stomach. It messed up one of her hips, one of her legs. She kind of holds funny when she's eating or leaning forward. She's got some permanent damage from both the parvo and being attacked by that dog. And then when we were in Fort Worth, we were staying with one of the activist supporters. I don't want to mention any names. But we were staying with this person in Fort Worth, and her Great Dane tried to crush my dog's neck over food. And we thought they were going to be alright, and then next thing we know, my dog's running in the room. She can barely breathe, and she's got a bite wound here and a bite wound on the back of her neck. And she's like struggling to breathe, I got her to eat some honey and some food, and she got, by the next day she was okay. She just had the puncture wound. But yeah, my dog's been through a lot of shit too. So when I thought I almost lost her, it was... Let's just say I don't know how... I don't know that I'd still be here if I didn't get her back. Wow, I've been on here for almost 2 hours. I didn't even realize it. My stream might work better if I turn off my mobile. Anything going on? How's your gardens doing? Give up on my... Just for now. Yeah. Turn off my Wi-Fi hotspot, it got worse. There's a video actually on the shower curtain. There's a video just for that. It actually, because it wasn't 100, I don't even know if it was any bit of cotton, to be honest. I don't know what kind of material it was. I'm gonna guess it was mostly polyester. But, it came out really light. It came out good, but it's very, very light in color. The video's still up. It's a few videos back. It's just the tie-dye curtain. There's nothing else. It's a very short video. So you're welcome to go and check out that video. Yeah, I had hung it up on the porch because it was the only place I could hang it up and stretch it out. So I tied a line on the porch and I hung it up and I did a quick video of it. Lately I've been working on other things, and I've been doing some custom work for a place that sells vapes and CBDs and stuff like that. And they sell pipes and all kinds of stuff. So they have a logo, and I've been making tie-dye shirts with their logo for them. It took some of the dye, but not very much, which was a huge waste. It's apparently not a natural fiber. My dyes only work on 100% natural fiber. Like hemp, silk, rayon, cotton. It's got to be 100% fiber. A natural plant fiber. It can't be a synthetic. It can't be a poly blend or a polyester. Because polyester is basically plastic. So you can't really dye plastic. Wow, Wanda. That was a long video, wasn't it? The one that when I was doing the shower curtain, it took forever. Denise, the chalking case. I have not been back to court since the first time. I still haven't, I still have not been back again. I still have not got another court date for that. I keep calling and they don't know what to tell me. They're working from home and my case hasn't been filed yet. Blah, blah, blah. They'll send me something in the mail. I've been checking the mail every day. Not getting nothing. I've called them 3 times. Any update yet? Any court date yet? I have no idea how I'll get there when the time comes. But Yep. Yep, that's the kind of store. And actually, there's a lot of vapor mavens. A lot of vapor mavens around. I don't know. There's some in Missouri. There's some in Arkansas. So. I've already given him. I think I already gave him the Fix It. The one that I fixed. Didn't I give him that one? Hold on a second. I don't know if I still have that one in here or not. Whoops. Okay. This was, the entire center got blacked out, and I had to go over it with thickened bleach. But I solved that issue. I don't have to make thickened bleach if I don't want to, because I went and got me a bleach pen. And I have to run to the ladies' room. I'll let you guys stare at some pretty while I'm gone. I'll be back. What'd I miss? Great, there's a big Gallianupper in here. Ghost stories. Stencils, huh? That's cool. I thought about making some stencils. I still got these as well. Go away, Gallianupper. I just like the little, like, faces and stuff. So this one looks like there's a little animal or something right there in the center. Positive vibes out to the world. Just stare at Nova while I do so. Not everybody likes the noisy bowl. It's called a singing bowl or prayer bowl. They could just screen print them and it would be a whole lot faster. If you have the money for a screen printer. I actually know someone with one, but I don't know how to operate them. You see, my idea now is to take the, I think it's going to be easier for me to do either a glue resist or to leave a white spot in the center of the tie-dye and then go back and paint it on. I think that's going to be my easiest solution. So, see all my yarn. I have all of the rainbow now to make my rainbow blanket. I'm still also making these little bags, little medicine bag thingies out of crochet. I got my Benadryl and my Carmex and my Tylenol up in there. And I make those bags with a quite a bit thinner string than yarn. This is canvas thread. I have not howled. I have not howled in over a week. I have been lazy at my howling. No, I have not been howling. I have not been feeling up to it. And actually, the last time I howled 3 nights in a row. My throat was sore. I've been trying to teach my dog how to howl. She only howls when I'm not around. Well, it's gonna be big enough to cover me at least. I don't know if I got enough yarn, but I'm gonna try a new pattern, the corner to corner crochet. That's the new pattern I want to try. I started the last blanket that I did. I started a star-shaped blanket, and it was multiple different colors in a really cool pattern. And I really didn't know what I was doing. I was winging it, and I got the start of the pattern. It was supposed to be a baby blanket, and I just kept going with it because I wanted it to be for my daughter for when she graduates. I wanted it to be her college blanket, and before I could finish it, it had almost got. I think I needed to go. I was on my last 2 skeins of yarn. I needed to go around it with dark blue 2 times, and someone took the blanket, so I never got to finish it. But that happens a lot. A lot of my projects get stolen or destroyed. The relationships and the traveling has not fared well. This is why I need to stay put and focus on my art. Because I know that I could be so much better if I just, if I just try harder, if I just keep at it, if I continue to get the love and the support that I do from my fans, my friends, and my family, I'll get there. The online therapy is helping a lot. And I urge anyone who's feeling lonely or, and thanks for coming back, Happy Hippie. I urge anyone who's feeling lonely or unhappy or having thoughts about ending it all, or I encourage you guys. Psych2Go has many different links to different programs and online resources for people who are hypersensitive like me. There are support groups. There's also support groups on Facebook for breakups and for divorces, and for there's support groups just for having to be stuck at home, for stay-at-home orders. Just reach out. There's always someone willing to talk to you, always. And a lot of people are like, well, I don't need a therapist. Maybe you don't, but I don't look at having a therapist as a weakness. I see them as another friend. A friend who is going to hold me accountable for my decisions, who's going to make me stop and think about what I'm doing, who's going to guide me in a more positive and uplifting direction. I couldn't think of a better friend to have than a therapist. It's that person you can, hey, I'm having an issue with something. Can you help me? Can I just bounce some ideas off of you? I mean, it really does help having somebody. And to be honest, I have lots of therapists, if I really think about it. You know, anyone that stops to take out their time during the day and listen to me rant or listen to my, you know, there's times that I feel like that there's nobody that cares. There's not a person in the world that gives a shit. And anytime I express that, my friends will come back with, "Now you know better. Think about it." I'm like, "Oops, sorry." You're right. You're right. I'm not all alone in this world. Sometimes I forget that I have people that care, the people that give a shit. And, you know, there's a lot of people who don't care unless you're doing something for them. Good-hearted people. For example, yesterday, I know I'm buffering. Yesterday, my neighbor was mowing his grass, and no one lives there. They're just using the house as storage. But he was over there mowing it to, you know, because it was getting grown up, and he comes and takes care of it. Well, ours looked horrible. I mean, the grass was about 4.5 foot tall, both the front and the back. It was pretty bad. The guy doesn't speak a word of English, and my Spanish really sucks. And I walked over anyway and asked him, using as much sign language as I could, if he would mow our grass. And I told him that, you know, I told him my mom doesn't have much, but she'd pay him if he would, you know, come mow our grass for us. And he wouldn't accept any money that we tried to offer him. But he did. He mowed the front and the back, and then he hopped the fence when I wasn't here and mowed inside the dog pen. And, like, he had to lift his lawnmower up and over to do that. It was so sweet of him. And he don't speak a word of English. I have his phone number, although we can't really talk to each other because we don't know each other's language. But he really just, out of the kindness of his heart. And then not long after that, he came and asked me on a date, and I had to tell him no. He's a nice man. He's a good looking. He's good looking. It's just, you know, I'm most certainly not ready. Probably won't be for a long time. But it'll be good to have a friend, a neighbor that's a friend, even if we can't speak to each other. It's good that you know, at least he likes me. But I can't let him mow the grass for free again, so I'm gonna have to figure out a weed eater or something and do it myself. Because I can't. I don't like letting people do things for free for me. That is so true, Wanda. It is hard to find nice people, but you know what? That's kind of a good thing too, because the harder it is to find those good people, like, we appreciate them more. Because for about every 10 assholes, you get one really nice person who makes up for all them jerks. And, you know, that's kind of the way of the world, I guess. Maybe if they lower the population, there'll be a better ratio. I don't know. I have been bugging you guys for over 2 hours now. And we have gone way off topic. I think I'm gonna call it a night because it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning and this is as late. I haven't been up this late in a minute. So, and my baby's sleeping without me. Nova, you ready to cuddle? Are you ready to cuddle with Mama? Huh? Come here. Come cuddle with Mama. Come here, baby. Oh, that's my baby. Oh my gosh, I love my baby so much. The topic was a doctor that was being silenced, but we were able to, we got someone to post the link in the chat, further up in the chat, to a video that had not been taken down yet. I hadn't realized the time either. Just been happy to have a few friends in the room with me. Thanks, guys, for being here. I appreciate you watching, your continued support and love. Wouldn't be able to do it without you. And everybody else as well. Sleep well. Yes, that video. Thank you for all the positive vibes and the love. Felony hugs, guys. Felony hugs. And until next time, we'll see you guys later. Peace and love.